Oh, and away we go. Talking about the same things we talk about all the time. But anyways, I think I get better at saying it anyways. So, and maybe someday somebody will listen, or maybe not. Maybe someone will show me where I'm a crazy loon. This is all just a bad nightmare that I'm in. There are no elite pedophiles coming for our children, and there's actually a man that's a president and says if you care about Epstein, you're stupid. It's a hoax. Well, but if it was a hoax, you think they would have unleashed it when old Biden was in office, but no. Christopher Wray was very Caspatel-like. This Christopher Wray was a lot more intelligent than Caspatel. He used to just say, ongoing investigation. Love to talk to you about it. Really would. But you guys aren't supposed to know anything and well until we wrap it up and tell you exactly how it was. Son of a bitch, eh? I can't believe Bill Gates was never fucking interviewed. That bothers me. Like you got him in there playing in a panty with Epstein, and you'd investigate that. You'd at least think, you know what I mean? Or maybe it was just shit they forgot about. You know what I mean? It was before the panty. They never knew. They never thought to go back and or even question and say, "Hey, Bill, are you up to no good? Please don't put on a panty if that's what you're doing with Epstein. That ain't gonna go good for you because we got our eyes on you." Would that really be something you'd be willing to do? Would you really want? Well, he does want depopulation. He's pretty honest about it. You know what I mean? Ah, son of a gun, eh? There they go telling you the truth again. Little dickheads, eh? Just want to right in your face. We need to depopulate you. Just like the Georgia Guidestone said so. I wonder what happened there, eh? OT. Happy Saturday. OT, I don't know why you come over here, but oh shit. I do hope you come to God, OT. Because you like to talk, but you and Copper Top, you guys love to throw Bible verses at me, and I'm just like, look at these pedal protecting fools. Like, if you guys don't know Uncle Will's on the bad side of fucking truth, then I don't know what to tell you guys. You're in for some trouble, and you're really stupid. Hey, that man tries to hurt me over and over again. Why would he do that? Because he's hurting inside, right? I feel sorry for Will. Like, what makes a man do that, eh? Go after a man's grandchildren and try and deem them as fucking being a threat to children. And he can't deny it or whatever. I got messages where he says, I'm a threat to children. He needs to get children away from me. He's going to call the mental health society on me and get me locked up and make sure I get that injection of whatever I'm scared of. Or like, the guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. He doesn't even know what he's doing. I knew like last time he's on Instagram with me and he's like, I'm leaving, you're an idiot. I'm not wasting my time with you anymore. And I thought, good. Don't have to deal with that shit turd anymore. And well, he just couldn't handle it that I wasn't trying to get a hold of him. He had fuck come back at me, unblock me, or whatever it is he did. He goes from Wiltard to Instagram user all the time. Never know when the disappearing messages will come up. Anyways, I haven't watched this It's Kim Iverson. And she's talking about apparently the lizard people have been here, the insectoids have been here. There's a few races of aliens that have been here, you know what I mean? Are the lizard people the good ones? And they put it into our brains that they're the bad ones? Don't know. Are they fully in lizard brain? And that's who fucking Donald Trump's fucking working for? Like, I'm not making this shit up. I would like Kim Iverson, dude, and the defense minister, old what's his nuts there. He said there was many different kinds of aliens too. But like I said, he never had any conversations with them, so I don't understand. Like he was getting his fucking information from top US officials. Why couldn't the US just fucking talk about her? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't believe me, Canadian Defense Minister, Galactic Federation of Aliens, right there in your Senate, it's right there on podcasts, right there on History Channel, right there on Real Lives. And we as humanity aren't like, we should demand some answers way back then. But no, like I said, it does scare me that humanity is so fucking stupid. Right? We'll about believe anything, right? Oh man. Well, here, look at this. This is why I'm worried.
There may be parked right off of our shores. So, and being operated within our country. So it could be that, when I think about a bunch of UFOs off the coast of the United States, I think of Stephen Greer. And
Whoops.
yeah, there may be parked right off of our shores. So, and being operated within our country. So it could be that, when I think about a bunch of UFOs off the coast of the United States, I think of Stephen Greer. And what he said is that, yeah, it's all military. And so, yeah, the US military would have military tech.
Yeah, they would, but we don't know. But here's the deal. OT. OT. There's an episode of Ian Carroll covering for Candace while she was pregnant or had whatever it was. He was covering for her. And on that episode, he talks about Stephen Greer. And he got this is why I think it might be real. Okay. He got the information from another podcast who was saying Stephen Greer was probably Mossad. You know what I mean? And I don't think Mossad's for us. Okay. And Ian Carroll said, I took his information and I even rechecked it. And so here it is. And nobody has questioned Stephen Greer on whether he is fucking Mossad or not. Like, if they're letting out fucking information on UFOs and he's one of the fucking main guys dealing with the whistleblowers, we should probably stop that right now if he's Mossad. You know what I mean? We should ask those fucking questions. But Kim Iverson has no idea or whatever that Stephen Greer might be Mossad. So what happens if we never find out if Stephen Greer? Maybe he's not. Maybe he's on our side. But what if we don't ever ask the question and a ton of people just follow what their fucking government says? You know what I mean? They got Epstein again. You know what I mean? We need to start asking questions. Hey, because Uncle Will, he left a comment on my. And I'm talking about the same shit all the time. All the talking heads are talking about the same shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm talking, Will, and I'm trying to get people to listen. And if they agree that our children are in trouble, it's time to stop talking. We need to come together and fucking fix her. You know what I mean? If there is a problem, ask some questions. It wouldn't really be that hard if we could find someone with a platform to fucking help us. But we can't go ring a dingy stupid. There's got to be a plan. You know what I mean? Have to try and get everybody involved, Willard. You know what I mean? You have to try and get everybody involved. That way they knew that they had a fucking voice and that they were part of something. You know what I mean? Shalom. HK. Like I don't do you guys even know what to think anymore? Like we gotta stop this bullshit. You guys got congressmen out there saying that there's fucking alien human fucking half breeds. Now maybe these fucking reptilians and fucking insectoids, who knows, maybe they're man-made to make us think that they come from another fucking galaxy, made in ships that we made ourselves. Hey, I don't know. Oh, we better start asking questions. Hey, alien human hybrids. Now, public enemy. Now, Eminem sings in a song. Is he an evil hybrid, human hybrid? I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Are there Hollywood clones? I don't know what the fuck's going on with that Jim Carrey that was fucking in France or whatever the fuck it is. And now you got John Travolta coming out. I don't know if you guys have watched that or not. Like, I don't know if that's some heavy surgery. I don't know if that's fucking like they say there's something called adrenochrome. And it'll fix those fuckers right up, eh? That has to do with the Google too, eh? Google adren like, have you guys seen it? John Travolta. Like last I heard about what did I hear? He was in trouble or something. Elvis Presley's daughter, some fucking thing was going on. I can't remember. But he's a Scientologist, isn't he? So you gotta know he's not that fucking bright. But like I said, we all get fucking manipulated. If he finds out he's not bright, wants to fucking lighten up, then fucking I'd get out of, but I don't know, maybe he's not in Scientology anymore. You know what I mean? Like we gotta say to ourselves, who the fuck started this? And is he a reliable source? Ron L. Hubbard, who was hanging out with Mother Hubbard there in fucking Nassau. That's what I don't get. These fucking people who are trying to fucking say that Hitler was the good guy. It don't make sense to me. What does make sense to me, and Bryce Mitchell took a beating for this. He said, hey, at some point in time, Hitler had to be a good guy, like a guy you'd go fishing with. He would have had to have convinced the people he was good, or he never would have been able to turn everybody to do the shit that they fucking did. They had to get fucking brainwashed and fucking locked in, right? Okay. Like, I don't know how many people died in the Holocaust. I don't, like, I really don't, we don't really know anything, right? Really, everything we have comes from men. So, but what we do have is the information is that some of those best and brightest fucking Hitler followers, America thought, let's build our country on those fucking people's brains. Let's bring them over to America and let them run free with Walt Disney and fucking hey, and Ron Al Hubbard, and they're doing satanic shit. So you gotta say to yourself, how good of a guy was Hitler if those were the brains of his fucking operation, eh? I'm just saying, I don't know, but we don't know. unless we start asking questions and find out, eh? But yeah, that's just like Trump. That's why people are they're just fucking they're so hooked because they think if they let go of Trump, they don't have another option. I mean, they know Gavin Newsom's fucking, they know AOC's a fucking twit. They know fucking, they know they don't have any options. So they're holding on to the one they got tricked and fooled by. So they don't feel like fucking idiots stuck out in the middle of nowhere with no party to be with. But I tell you, it's better not to be with any party and try and ride in the truth. I mean, Donald Trump had me fooled. You know what I mean? He was laying out some common sense shit, like this men and women sports that he didn't take out. This fucking children can't be mutilated. That he's still going on. He didn't stop that. And he's still talking tough about it, but he ain't solving it. He ain't put his foot down about that because it's still happening. And I seen him doing a fucking he was at a rally or something. He was mouthing off someone in the crowd, but he was talking about this woman swinger with his swimmer, swinger, swimmer with this great big wingspan going against well, he has a she has a dingling and big wide span and how she just cruised past all the other she's sitting there waiting for the other girls to show up. But hey, remember, who do you think of when you think female swimmer? You think Riley Gaines, right? That's who I think about, and I have no respect for that girl anymore. Not a bit. I did. I thought, fuck, that's good of you to stand up for fucking women. Fuck, women could really use someone like her. It's when fucking she dissed Trump, and it wasn't even a hard diss. It was what she thought. And then when Donald Trump says, I'm not a fan of her, then she turns it all around and sucks back up to Trump. And like, it's okay that you just trashed me because I told you what I believed in. And now I'm made to feel stupid because I have nowhere else to go other than stick with you because I'm not going to become a fucking Democrat who wants the fucking men to be in my sport. So I'm kind of, you're my only hope there, fucking, hey? Poor Riley, eh? Bye. She'll have to speak truth. You know what I mean? Am I right or not? I don't know. Fuck. And there was a true social or fucking or tweet or something that went out about children getting surgeries. And it said something about parents without parents' permission. And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene came back and said something too, and then they took it down. So I thought that was awfully weird. Because really, that is stupid though. I mean, if the kid doesn't have parental permission and there's hospitals still doing those surgeries, I mean, I wouldn't want to be those doctors going to God. Not at all. Oh, so you thought you could play God over the parents, eh? Hey? Like, I don't think it should be. I think, like, hey, I honestly, like, I believe in God, okay? So I have to be honest so people can have the right to change their mind if they think a different way. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a doctor that was playing around with children's genitalia or chemically trying to castrate them, I wouldn't wanna go to God. I would not want that karma. I would like, I'm being honest, I would ask him to get into a different, a different, thing. I'd go work something else, you know what I mean? Something beneficial towards humanity, you know what I mean? But hey, if there's adults out there, once they get their fully developed human brains and they get to decide for themselves and that you want to do something an adult wants you to do and you think it's the right thing to do for that adult, then hey, take that to God. Who knows, eh? At least you're not trying to hurt a kid. Not letting his brain develop before you take over his brain and let him fucking do shit that fucking I wouldn't want to take to God. I wouldn't honestly I would not want to be these parents that fucking thought it was a good idea to change their children's plumbing before their brains were fully developed. They're sick in the fucking head. That's what I think. But that's just my opinion. And they can think I'm sick in the head. They can think that I'm uncompassionate, but I'm not. I think we should have lots of help for children who think that they're in the wrong body. You know what I mean? Not pushing them one way or another, but legitimate help. Because I believe that children just want to be loved and they will navigate themselves to wherever the attention is. Not all children, but some of them will. You know what I mean? And if they think that they can feel special and maybe they're pushed into thinking, I don't know, like this is what I mean. I don't know. All I've ever said is I fucking my heart goes out to people who feel like they're in the wrong body. My heart really does. I can't imagine what they fucking have to go through. You know what I mean? In their head. I can't even begin to understand. Fucking must be hard to deal with. People are people, so why should it be? We should get along so awfully. Yeah. So, Stephen Greer, we should make a list, eh? The list. You guys want to do that? We'll start a list. Okay, let me find. Here we go. Oh, so there's Willard's communist thing. All right. Let's write the list. Okay. Let's even make it pretty. The list. Hey, what will be our number one question? What should be our number one question, guys? Public enemy number one. I don't watch news, media, TV. Well, hey, you just let the world go by, bud. You know what I mean? I'd rather ask questions. That way we know who's telling the truth. And the liars can know that they're probably going to be friars because this ain't going to end well for them. You know what I mean? If our news is lying to us, they're only lying to themselves and they're causing a lot of brain damage. So when they leave this world, they will have to pay for the brain damage that they've released upon this fucking earth. They thought they were Brian Seltzer thought he was so smart hanging out with those WEFers, thinking he was first class. And then he's just gonna find out he's just an ass. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Liars, they're not gonna do well. I don't think. Like, I don't know if there's hell or not public enemy number one, but you would think a liar would go, right? And I don't think we realize as humans how much we fucking lie. Oh wow. Hey? But we got to stop that. It's got to be all about the truth and nothing but the truth, or God can't help you. You got to go through the sun, right? Before you can get to God. And I think that's what we all forget is that Jesus represents the truth. So, number one on the list, if we're going to be wanting the truth, and Jesus represents the truth, who represents the lie, right? That'd be Satan Claus, right? So, what we want to do is probably expose Satan if we can, right? And well, who have we been told is operating in Satan right now? Right? Who are Satan's astute students? Well, Candace Owens, if she's not a student herself, well, she says the Macrons are astute students of Satan. Okay. So, and I believe her. I do. Like, just because I believe her doesn't make it true. I'm not saying they're Satanists. I'm saying I think they are. Okay. And I think they're backed by the Rothschilds. And I think there's some satanic shit going on there too. So, this is what we need to do. We need to get Satan. So, if the Macrons are representing Satan, we need to expose Satan. We need to expose the lie. Hey? So, what we need to do, like I've been saying for a long time, we need to get the master and ruler of this world, Donald Trump. We need to get him to ask Bridget Macron for a DNA test so we can end this fucking madness. This is not fair for us not to know, and they get to play dirty little games. I don't like if Satan, like, if he's running, he might be other places too. You know what I mean? And if he's been penetrated by Klaus Schwab, then maybe Satan has penetrated Klaus Schwab. And anybody who's under Klaus Schwab is a Satanist. Maybe. Who knows, eh? We don't know. We just ask these questions. But we need to start with the Macrons. Or we need to put Candace Owens in her fucking spot. Eh? So I would say we need to ask Trump for a DNA test for France and the world. Well, that France wants to be run by Satan. That'd be their choice, right? They have free will. Like if it got exposed that Bridget Macron was hiding the wiener, would they still want them to represent? I mean, it's not just hide the like that's a lie. Why would you hide something like that? Just let people know who the fuck you are. If they're willing to hide that, there's lots of other stuff. But the Satan thing should be the real fucking concern here. But in France, for for France and the world. What else would you guys like to ask Donald Trump? Number two. Would you like to ask, hey, Donald, what gives you the fucking right to try and sue us for $10 billion? And then when people are talking, then you try and make it sound like you're a good guy and you're only going to take us for 1776. Hey? And sounds like maybe that money might be going to his friends or something. Who knows? Who knows? But we know that the deal that comes with that is they can't look at the Trump's finances anymore. They're not allowed to do that. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? He thinks he's fucking better than you people. He's a fucking dirtbag. Can you imagine what would be told of you if you fucking told the IRS you're not allowed to look at my fucking taxes anymore? You're not allowed to. Am I wrong on that? I hope so. I hope so. I hope I got that screwed up. I'm hoping that one's not real, but there's some weird shit in that deal. It's anyways. Like, would you guys like to know why he would sue you? What made him think in his pea fucking brain? Or would you guys like to ask him why he's America first and he always purchases outside of America? You know what I mean? Would you guys like to ask him that? Nah, still. That one? I'd like to ask him about the Galactic Federation of Aliens. We could just clear that up. That way, if it's a plan, they couldn't use it in the future. Unless they'd be really clever and just change the fucking name. Hey, I'd like to find out about the Galactic Federation of Aliens, or is that Israeli Space Minister cuckoo? Is the Canadian Defense Minister cuckoo, or is this just a setup to fuck us up? Hey, open mind, people. Only way to find out what our mind should be thinking is while ask some questions and make some people feel uncomfortable. Hey, you guys live in uncomfortability all the time, don't you? Anybody out there struggling to fucking pay for shit? Anybody fucking like fucking feel deep down inside of them there's something fucking wrong and that fucking they're just avoiding it because they're too fucking scared to say what they think is true because everybody they think would judge them and fucking the world's a hurting unit. Instead of Satan, we could turn her around and bring her back to God, but you guys don't understand. Like I said, you can live in the truth or you can live in the lie, and nobody's living in the truth, and that's why it's gone to shit. Nobody's with God anymore. They just don't give a fuck. Like even the ones like this is the thing. Fuck, I get so fucking like I just hope there's good ones out there that just fucking know that fucking violence is not the answer. Like you got people coming around the fact that there's elite pedophiles, but now you got all these fucking pretty videos. We should take them out back and shoot them in the head. All this other shit. No, no, you shouldn't. You should give them the opportunity to come to Christ. But you should also take them off the streets. You know what I mean? Because if they don't pay for what they've done, they can't understand what they've done. And if they don't understand what they've done, they can never come to Christ. So we'd be doing them the best favor that we could. You know what I mean? Yeah. So number two would be the Galactic Federation of Aliens. Hey, that is a long story from me. Oh man, is it ever? You guys don't know that, but hey, Galactic Federation. What else would you guys like to ask Trump? You guys, number one, don't watch news media, TV. Oh, we already, that's OPS. Well, hey, like I said, Bob, we're never going to get the answers. You got congressmen out there saying that there's fucking alien human half breeds. We should take them seriously. They represent you. You know what I mean? I think they're fucking polluting our brains with what they fucking want to. I don't think Luna Vachon's our friend. She comes off nice and like she thinks that we want to know about the maybe she does, but she should know that her commitment should be to her people and not the fucking government. You can't hold secrets from the people and be with God. You can't. You fucking can't. You can't. Show me where you think you can do that. That's why your governments need to be super transparent. Like Tulsi Gabbard, I almost fucking gagged and puked when I watched her on. And I'm not saying she's horrible and that she's not a human being with feelings and shit like that. Fuck you, Tulsi. When you come out and you just try fucking playing the victim and the sweetheart, and you don't stand up for what's right. No way. That Signal app, she wouldn't even admit that she was on it or not. That was fucking disturbing. I was like, you can see where you're committed to already. And then do you know what it's like? I know you guys aren't watching this shit, right? But do you know what it's like to sit there and watch Tulsi Gabbard in fucking Congress swear to Congress that Iran is not a threat, not fucking one eye fucking iota. And then all of a sudden, just a couple months later, there we are. I'm telling you, America, if you support your president and he's George Bushing you right now, and fucking Iran never had any fucking weapons of mass destruction, he's leading you to fucking hell. Hey, you might want to get a grip on who fucking leads your brain. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you need to fucking unidentify. If he represents Americans, you need to unidentify as an American and get back to being a child of God. Doesn't mean act like a child. It means have the mind of a child. Start thinking things are possible. You know what I mean? Start thinking that you could have a better life without the elite pedophiles ruling your brains and driving you insane. Bye. I don't know. I just and oh shit, man! I'm telling you guys, it hurts to try and be real. As fuck. If you had someone who could actually see the way that I see, and you wanted to play for the other side and manipulate the humanoids, well, trust me, it'd be an easy game to play. You know what I mean? Could be liked if I wanted to. I just have to tell you what you want to fucking hear. And then, but I can't do that. No, I can't go for that. No. So, anyways, I'm worried for Christians all around the world. Because I know some got to be with Christ. Some got to be with Christ. Some know that you got to fucking do the right thing and step up and not worry about what other people fucking think and not be willing to get violent back, not be willing to make up lies and bullshit just because they do it to you. But stand up to the evil, but don't become the evil to conquer the evil because you're the new evil. But anyways, this is why I'm worried about Christians because I'm always like saying, we'll talk about Wes Huff, okay? Wes, I'm worried for people, and I know Wes is handsome and he's fucking he tells you what you want to hear, and it's fucking gravy. Like I want to believe Wes, but no, I think it's best for Wes to know that. Well, I don't think Wes is the best, and he's not doing good. But you guys help me decide, okay? You guys, because it sucks saying this, eh? Oh, popular Westhoff, he ain't got no sense of fucking Jesus. Not one fucking iota. He don't know he's supposed to be a man. He don't know he's supposed to walk with God in truth and do the right fucking things. Him and his buddy Ruslan are too busy concerned that Candace Owens's asking too many questions and it's just fucking gross. Oh man. Anyways, I want to reiterate this because you guys all get a bad sense of, I think you guys get a wrong sense of Jesus. I've went through the scriptures where Jesus says he lives in you and God lives in you and that well it's all in you, so you got to go inside to find the fuck kingdom. Like I don't know. It's all in you. Consciousness, it's a bitch, eh? Anyways, whoever deserves to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So, what do you Christians, and I hate to say it, you cupcakers who are just out there of just being a bunch of fakers, just knowing that Jesus died for you and you can fucking act a fool and do whatever you want. And I don't want to hear this bullshit about fucking like, I don't think that people realize how easy it could actually be to be with Jesus. Because for some reason, when you're supposed to think of Jesus, you're supposed to think of all these fucking rules you're supposed to follow. But it's just not like that. You can't go about hurting people. And a lot of people don't know they're hurting people. And a lot of people don't know they're hurting people themselves because they fucking deny it. But, anyways, I'll start over again. Whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Now, I'm going to say this again. Did it look like a good time when Jesus picked up his cross? Why would he say that unless he was telling you, hey, you can get fucking persecuted. You're going to have that cross and people are going to spit on you. They're going to make shit up about you. They're going to want to fucking hurt you. And in fact, if you fucking really care about the truth, they're going to take you out. But don't be scared because guess what? Anyways, for whoever desires to save his life will lose it. Hey, little me, keep your family safe inside. Don't worry about the outside entities coming at you, little me. It's for you to just take care of the entities inside of your home, creating more entities. But hey, hopefully we can change that around. Hey, buddy. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. Now, do you know what gospel means? I think I heard, and maybe I might be wrong, a God story. You got to be willing to be part of a God story. But right now, I think a lot of people are playing Satan stories. You know what I mean? Pretending to be with God. And it's just not going to go well for them. And I'd rather have them take a look at themselves and just understand what's going on and understand that it's been done on purpose. You've all been brainwashed. Not. I know it's hard to understand, and you don't want to admit it. It's like those Scientologists. They're not going to want to admit it. No one wants to admit that they're wrong. But when you dig deep, like, do you really believe that Xanadu or whatever Ron L. Hubbard said his alien was? Do you think, like, do you really, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think Hubbard was in it to win it for humanity. But, and I only say this because I'm scared for those people. You know what I mean? And they have knowledge and they do have wisdom and they do make people feel better about themselves, you know what I mean? But you have to rely on Scientology to get better. And if you're relying on men to get better and you have to pay a price, well, you have to pay a price to be with Christ, but there's no there's no courses you can purchase or it's gotta be you who does it. You gotta put in the work. You gotta want that relationship. You have to have faith in God. And I don't understand how it's hard to have faith in God. I really don't, like, to be all honest. Like, I'm not even going to finish this because Christians don't care. They don't want to sacrifice, like, they don't want to sacrifice themselves for Jesus. And that's what picking up your cross is. You sacrifice yourself for the truth. But you also gotta be a sack of shit thinking you know the truth. Because if you think you know the truth, you might come down here and say, "Hey, I just never knew you. You thought you knew it all, and you just didn't. You didn't have an open mind, the mind of a child." Hey, Copper Top, look it up for yourself. The gospel literally means good news. Okay, but I said I might be wrong. But maybe because you go back through the Hebrew and you go through this and there's translations and there's that. How are you to fucking know what you're even talking about, bud? You don't even know what you're talking about anymore. Words just mean whatever you want them to mean, right? It's like, to me, there's no other word for homosexual other than homosexual. And I get yelled at because I say homosexual. Well, gay means happy, right? Does it not? But I'm supposed to use gay because it makes homosexuals feel happy that they're not called what they are. Like, I don't get her. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or ignorant with the homosexual, but I just I'm not going to use the three-letter F word either. Like, people are so sensitive to words, eh? Hey, Copper Top, but we don't even know their meanings half the time. Hey, Copper Top, you don't even know the word of God is Jesus, buddy. You think it's the Bible. Hey, Buckchow, just you love your Bible verses and you can take them. You can take them with you, bud. You can see how well they fucking get you with God, pumpkin. Because Jeremiah 8:8, it warns you, buddy. Watch what you read. It all comes from men. Anybody? No. But hey, bud, you think you can be a commandment breaker. You think that you can cause war and shit like that and break commandments. Hey, because it's okay to be violent. I seen fucking Bryce Mitchell again. He's making me angry, bud. He said that when Jesus picked up that whip, he was whipping people. I love to know where it says that Jesus was whipping people. I think Jesus picked up that whip to make it known more of what the fuck he was saying. You know what I mean? He wasn't whipping people. I'm like, oh my goodness, Bryce. He was telling those kids, hey, everybody's doing it wrong. They think that war's okay. No, you guys do it a different way. If someone attacks you, let them attack you. You go to God. Don't worry about it. Have faith in God. Know that you're in the truth and know that they're going to have way more big of a price to pay trying to take you off this earth because you're going to get to go to heaven because you did the right things and they want to hurt you for it. So let them pay the price. Hey, Copper Top. Then why believe in Jesus? Because Jesus makes, because God took me to Jesus, bud. If you learn about Jesus and you take the rest of the Bible the fuck away, that's the kind of man I want to fucking be, dude. That's the kind of man you should want to be, dude. But you don't get her. Your Bible gets in the way. You can't understand this easy comprehension book where it gives you, fuck, where is it? Can I pull up that? You know how Jesus is always like, listen, you guys are following the commandments of men. When God already gave you the commandments and you're going outside of them because these fucktards want you to worship them. They want you to think that you need them to communicate with God. And that's just not the case. I am the law of Moses. So, bud, there's a couple rules to be with God. And in fact, Copper Top, I've told you, I'm a simplifier. If you take the two that fucking Jesus gave you when they said, what's the most important one? He said, love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, and mind. Mind, buddy. Because that's where Jesus lives, buddy, in your fucking brain, and you don't want to open up to him. Okay? This is something you need to understand. Jesus lives in your brain. So if he does, you only want the truth. You're not an ignorant bitch like you, Copper Top. You're going to go to hell, buddy. If there's a hell, I don't know if there is, but that's where you're fucking headed because you can't handle the truth. You hate Jesus, dude. You hate Jesus. You hate Jesus, Copper Top. You sick motherfucker, right? You hate him. If you don't want to know the truth of your reality, pumpkin, you hate him. Open up. Don't hate anymore. Want to know the truth, buddy. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But it's a good kind of hurt. It's the hurt that fucking, you know how they say no pain, no gain, bud? Tell you you'll gain like you have fucking never thought possible. Hey? So Jesus told you to get on here and tell everybody they're going to hell. I don't ever tell you that Jesus or God told me to tell you. I tell you what I think. And I say, let me know where I'm wrong, pumpkin. Hey, I want to stand up and do something for the children, and you don't. You like elite pedophiles, buddy. You're sick in the head. The world is a problem because of people like you, Copper Top, you and little me and Will, people who will lie just to protect themselves. When you're with Jesus, bud, you don't care. Yeah, I just don't care. You just want the truth, right? You don't understand what I'm talking about, though. But whoever little me tells you when do something wrong, you're all pissy and pouty. No, not when he tells me I do something wrong. No, you got her flipped around, bud. He makes his own fucking stories. You don't ever listen to what I have to say. He listens to what he wants to say. Listen, Rip It. Little me's been set the fuck up. I think by God. I don't know what he's done, but I think he's been set up. Okay? Everything that I put out on the internet, there's a reason for it. Rip It. You get that, right? The 3 a.m. thing, I wanted to talk about. I'm not fucking scared of it. I'm not scared of any of it. This fucktard little me has tried to make me look bad every chance he ever had. Made up so much fucking bullshit, said I was a threat to children as well, and made songs about how I was a threat to children. But yet I'm willing to do things for children that he would never do. He's scared that his face might be seen or something. Oh my goodness. People will see how fugly I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he's fugly, but I don't know what he's scared of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. Stand up for your children. What's holding you back, dumbass? Don't let your looks get in the way. You gotta admit, eh, Drew? Little me don't like to show his face, but he says, I do every video. Yeah. Hey. Little me burns you with your own words. Okay. That's what you think, bud. That's what you think, Rip It. Because I guarantee he's a lying piece of shit. And hey, if you saw little me in line for heaven, and you saw me in the line for heaven, in all honesty, Rip It, who would you fucking pick to stand in line with? The motherfucker who will protect the pedos The one that actually wants to change the world, but doesn't want the people to be around them to do it. They've all got to do it themselves. Hey, buddy, remember, rip it. That's my biggest fear. Humans. Death. Sounds like you have a crush on little me. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. No, I think little me is gonna have a crush on me. Could you imagine how I'm not saying it's real, but could you imagine little me finds out that I am a child of God and that he just fucking ran full retard all over the internet with Uncle Will, trying to fucking destroy me as a man, him and his little fucking family. That'd suck, eh? Rip it, rip it, rip it. What is this? Well, it's a book of men who go on adventures with God. Is it possible there's prophets on the earth again? Hey, rip it, rip it. You wouldn't like it. Trust me, rip it. You'd have a fucking bad sense of yourself, wouldn't you? You'd be like, holy fuck, what can I do to get myself out of the hell I've created for myself? Oh my goodness. Don't go running to little me for help because he's going to be in the same spot as you. And I'm telling you, the best way to get over shit is to be by yourself and take your shit and don't bother anybody else with your shit. Figure out which shit you need to unload and figure out what shit you need to give back to others. You know what I mean? And then come back. Aren't we all a touch? Drew, yeah, we're all children of God. Jesus told you God lives inside of you, you fucking retard. But you fail to see him because you don't want to go through the sun to do it. You want to protect the fucking pedophiles and be a fucking retard and not acknowledge any of the fucking problems in the world and just start asking some questions and you think there's something wrong with me, mister. No, you're the fucking retarded one, Drew. You're a fucktard. And I'm tired of fucking this. You know what I mean? I think I'm being told by God. I don't know. I think I'm being told because no voice came in. It's just a fucking feeling I get. Tell these motherfuckers to get their brains together, or there's going to be a whole lot of hoedown and going on. Hey, down at the pasture, you just mooing like a motherfucker there, Drew. You think I'm mooing right now, but soon you're going to find out. I'm really tired of you people and your inability to tell me where I'm wrong about anything. And you won't. You just think, little me using your own words again. Dude, I just went over little me's last video if you were paying attention. None of what he said was what I said. He made it look like I was out here trying to fucking get clicks and views. I was trying to use him for some clout. No, I'm just making sure he knows that I haven't forgot about him and what he's done. So he might want to fucking remember, figure out why the fuck the low life did it, and get over it. Because I've forgiven him, but he's got to figure out what fucking inside of his brain thinks he has the right for me to stop trying to fucking help his children. What kind of man would do that? Hinder another man from helping his children because he's inapt. He's not able. His brain doesn't function well enough to know what to do properly. Hey? Well, you didn't finish the video. Well, dude, I did. I watched it and it's the whole thing. I can prove to you. If I wanted you to like me, bud, I'd have a whole different presentation for you. I'm not out here trying to cause drama. I don't fucking hate you. I don't hate anybody. I want everybody to try and figure out what the fucking truth is for themselves there, Buck Chow. My job is to try and bring people to God. Not to me, bud. Not to me. But what you need to realize, sweetheart, is well, children of God will have to go through a lot of shit, eh, bud? Could you imagine the place you dedicated your life to just fucking started hurting people all over the place? and you couldn't fucking do her and you were breaking down. The whole system got turned upside down. And then when you needed your friends, they just weren't there and fucking then that place got to hospitalize you when all you wanted was an investigation. They got to hospitalize you, calling you fucking violent and suicidal when that never happened, little me. That's where Mother Alien comes from, bud, is those fucking messages to the workplace. Because, like I've always said, I didn't put it right out there. I put it so they knew what I was saying, but I would just touch the keypad and let it fucking talk, and it was saying "Mama Alien" and shit. And I was like, who knows? Maybe there is a Mama Alien, hey? Maybe there is a feminine to this fucking monstrosity that's going on here, and you should get in touch with her. Hey? Oh shit. Oh. 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 Little me, you have no idea how hard it is on the brain to think that you're the Mashiach. Like, I'm not fucking lying about this, brother. I've said I think I got some serious PTSD, PTSD, and if they can do a brain scan outside of the brain, I think they might find out that the right side of my brain might light up fucking a little bit more than others. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying, fuck, I got the honors of fucking going through a training course with God. 5 fucking trips through the fucking mental hospital. Fucking one time, the people that, when I was suicidal, got me convinced to kill myself, got to throw me in the hospital. And then the fifth time, I got to know I'm violent and suicidal. And I haven't been, when the person that fuck called on me had violence on me and wasn't supposed to be around me. So you understand how my brain might get a little confused on what the fuck's going on, eh, little me? And then imagine, fuck, what I was complaining about at work, saying, hey, more coils, murder, death, kill. Something's gonna happen. And then fuck, guess what, bud? Somebody fucking dies. I don't know if it was because too many coils or whatever, or maybe it was the way they changed the system to operate a fucking person with a lift truck should be never be done ever. But anyways, what? Can you imagine living with that, knowing that these fucktards never fucking listened and it maybe never had to happen, but fuck. Then you gotta get in an accident where somebody almost fucking kills you. You fucking you're in the hospital and all of a sudden you're getting a ticket. You're a danger to society, my friend. And I'm like, what the fuck? Someone cut me off the road. And imagine getting that, and then fuck you all of a sudden you get shown on the news. And the first motherfucker who convinced you to kill yourself, but you were never suicidal after that, but he got you thrown in there for violence, he gets to run around going, I told you guys he was all crazy. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. Duke's a hazard. He got charged. And then you got to get, they send you the paperwork of the witness statement from the reason you got charged. And you're like, witness statement don't make sense. It don't make sense. Hey, if I accumulated turning from this gas station to where the accident happened, and I say I was going 70, it couldn't have happened that way because I went and drove it. If you were doing 70, you were past the accident spot. Oh, yeah, passed. So I thought that statement is an impossibility. And and then I get the video where it shows him coming in after me doing the Dukes of Hazard. And I'm like, some bitch, that prove it right there. So I try and get a hold of the DA saying, why in the fuck would they even take this to trial if I just say, hey, this fucktard got out of getting charged because he pulled out in front of me, probably. And his witness statement would prove it, let alone if you need any more, there's fucking video backing. And that fucking lazy cocksucker said, no, bring her to court. And I was like, you son of a fucking bitch. And then, of course, shit gets worse for me. And then, oh, fuck, anyways. Well, the tons of stuff I've had to go through, but can you imagine? It's been a fucking, it's been a treat, buddy. Can you imagine? You guys have no idea. Because this is the thing. I think I know so many people in the same predicament would have looked great, like would have got themselves in trouble because they couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on, and they wouldn't be able to grasp control of reality again because they couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. Because I'm telling you, that first time where Marwood got me thrown in the hospital because I was telling secrets that would have lost them jobs. Mixed in with some mama aliens and some texts that said, hey, how do you guys enjoy the taste of Troy's pee pee? Like, what's going on here? Why can't we have an investigation? This is bullshit. Hey? But other than that, no violence, no nothing, no threatening, no anything. Could you imagine, Copper Top? You're sitting in your home. You just fucking sent on Facebook that your workplace is going to eat shit if they don't give you an investigation. And all of a sudden, the police are at your door. You're like, you open up the door and you're like, hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? And they're like, hey, Carl, how are you? um, all right, why? Well, you gotta come with us. And I'm like, I ain't broke the law, so I don't know what the fuck you guys want with me. Where are we going? Well, the doctor at the hospital, he'd like to have a little talk with you. And I thought, about what? And I'm like, it's not about my Facebook post where you know, that's not why, is it? No, we don't know, Carl. He just wants to talk to you. We'll probably be bringing you back home. Don't worry about her. And then can you imagine? You're sitting there with the doctor and he won't even let you talk. Well, your friends are concerned, Carl. And I'm like, what friends? Well, Carl, you're gonna stay here for a little bit. For what reason? This paperwork says violence and suicide. I ain't digging on this. The only time I was fucking suicidal, I came in here for help. This is where they want you to go fucking crazy because you can't fucking figure out what the fuck's going on. All you were like, fuck man, I was standing up for myself. Fucking, you told me what the problem was. I'm standing up for my fucking self, and now I'm gonna get locked up against my fucking will because somehow I was violent over the fucking internet, spreading their secrets, or fuck, like it was hard not to freak the fuck out. I got a video of me talking partly to the doctor because I'm fucking confused. I fucking like, what's going on? I haven't done anything. How can you fucking lock me up against my like? This is against my fucking will, and I ain't done nothing. And you ain't talking to me to tell me what the fuck I've done, motherfucker. You're fucking with my brain right now, bitch. Can you imagine? I should sue that fucking hospital, that fucking doctor. He's a nightmare, that man. A fucking nightmare. Holy shit. Fuck, I think it was the third time. Like, hey, bud. I show him a video of what my wife says that he did. And he's like, no. That's a lie. And I was like, why do I keep coming in here? I don't know why, but I think I know who. So if they lie about you, are they lying about me? I don't understand why the fuck I'm in here. You can't do it based off these fucking videos because I tell you it might not be real and it might be for a fucking movie. I'm just doing what I think God wants me to do. I know I think I'm thinking weird shit, but none of you motherfuckers will talk to me about it so I can fucking fix it. Therefore, you got me spinning in my fucking brains and you got everybody else around me not wanting to talk to me because you're fucking fucked in the head. You have no sense of Carl Jung whatsoever. You got a fucking Freudian left side of your fucking brain, and you shouldn't be examining others and making the call on their mental health. That doctor is a fucking voodoo doctor or something. Maybe Chris Nelson was right. He's a voodoo doctor. Fuck, did some voodoo on my brain. Fuck, I wasn't fucking violent and suicidal, but fuck, man, you think after 5 trips through, like that should be embarrassing to say. There should be some solid fucking evidence. There should be me looking like a crazed fucking lunatic or anything written down to make me look bad, to lock me up 5 fucking times. And that ain't even the part that hurts me. That isn't even the part that bothers me at all. Because I took her like a trooper, you know what I mean? I fucking settled in. I fucking didn't act a fool like they fucking wanted me to. I just fucking sat there. Fucking when they tried taking my brain from me and Britney Spears and me, saying I was violent and suicidal, making me fucking look like a cuckoo brain. I thought, you motherfuckers, I don't know what's going on here. Either you guys know I'm chosen by God and everybody's fucking I'm being gang stalked. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? We love aliens, love to play victim for our own actions. Sure thing, mama alien. Hey, you want to talk about the Jesus thing too? You want to talk about that little me? You little clown? I don't think you want to, but there's a lot of learning lessons in that pumpkin. Yeah, a lot. A lot, a lot. Best thing that happened to me, bud. Thing that made me look the craziest. Sure did have an impact on me. Made me see things a whole lot clearer. You know what I mean? How long we been on here? An hour 12. I should probably get off here, right? TNN, suck TNA, suck a fart. Well, rip it. Why don't you? You're gonna suck something, bud. Get off Satan's horn, rip it. Join the force. Hey, join the force. No, I can't force you to join the force. You got to willfully join the force. And you got to feel the force. And the only way to feel the force is, well, figure out your reality, rip it. Can you do that? Can you force yourself to face your own reality? Hey, do you have the cojones? Or, like I said, I don't know what happens when we die. I don't. I don't claim to. I don't know. There is a hell thing. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if there's a second death. I don't know if the good ones go to heaven, the bad ones go to hell. I don't know if we all get to go to heaven. I really, honestly, I. Jesus said, God is a God of justice. There's nothing more that God loves than justice. So, in order for someone to make it to heaven, I think justice has to be had first. There has to be a repentance, a knowing, a knowing, and an unknowing, and then another knowing where you actually know nothing, but you don't let the nothing that you know. You don't let other people tell you what to know. You figure out that knowing for yourself, but don't hold on to it knowing that it might not be the right knowing. Do you feel it? What is that you should be feeling, Rip It? It's consciousness, buddy. Awareness. Awareness of you, awareness of me, awareness of what we could be. Hey, what could we be if we all had awareness? You'd be scared for a little bit there, a bit, but it's best to just peel the band-aid right off. You know what I mean? Hey, pack water for Carl and TNA. Well, but it's fuck, you say pack water for us. You might want to pack some water too there, pumpkin. There's a lot of bad water going around, eh? A lot of bad water. I seen a woman in America. In America, she made a Facebook post and they showed the water coming out of her tap. And she made a post about people getting sick and the water's no good. And they fucking charged her for spreading misinformation. And they showed the water coming out of her tap. And I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? You arrested a woman for being. But yeah, the water. Kamala Harris is the smartest thing I ever heard that woman say. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own genius. And when she said, hey, world, you think we fight about oil? You wait till the water fights start. That's oil ain't gonna matter. It's gonna be all about the water because it's all fucked up, eh? Hey, Rip It. If I'm a child of God and God tries to tell us things, he's definitely told me there's something wrong with the fucking water. And if humanity ever wanted to get its shit together, it should fucking look at its water because we got a real problem brewing, hey? Plus, tell you a secret. Come here. I watched this guy on the news, or maybe it was one of those podcasts talking back and forth things. And he was talking about Iran and one of their nuclear facilities. And he said, if a leak ever happened there, she's lights out for the Middle East. And I thought, fuck. Like he even showed a diagram and he went over it. I don't know how to find it again, but I do know that. And I thought, son of a bitch, eh? And they're just, you can't say that fucking United States has great precision and they're hitting all the right shit, right? You can't claim that anymore, right? You hit the school kids, you took the school out, dead children, the fucking everywhere. God, yeah, USA. We love our dead children. But anyways, that spy balloon. That was back in the Biden era, right? How the fuck did you? Anyway, you saw the planes collide the other day, right? Yes. Thank goodness everybody was all right. We can laugh about that, right? It's only a few tax dollars, that's all. You know what I mean? Johnny Ringo's in the house. But yeah, the water, it's I got pictures I could show you too, and reasons why I think the water it might be nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, it's all gone. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you one of the things. I'll tell you one of the things, and I've still got fucking pictures of it. So, anyways, when I started this journey, I was still going outside and shit. So I was taking rides to the beach, and for some reason, I thought I saw something in the sky by the beach, but I wasn't sure. No video, no nothing. So maybe it was nothing. But the one day I'm over there, I'm looking, and it says save the water. And I was like, yeah, because I was seeing other videos too, right? I can't remember if it was before or after I seen the save the water written out at the beach. So it was probably just somebody who did it, right? But I just thought, what a coincidence with some other stuff. But I noticed in Canada there was people going down through in canoes in creeks and stuff like that, and they'd run into people dumping in like government work stuff, dumping stuff into the water, and it was getting caught on camera. And it just seemed like nothing was being done about it either. But I kept seeing these videos, and it was just. And did they ever fix the water in Palestine? I'm not even talking about Middle East Palestine. I'm talking about Palestine. Where is that? Ohio? Was it Ohio? I can't remember. USA, Palestine and USA. What about the water there, eh? Bill Gates has stuff to do with the train lines too. You know that. How many train derailments were there with fucking chemicals, dude? We went through a bad stretch, didn't we? But yeah, in the water. But I don't know. Maybe they were one other time, and I have pictures of them, and I'll try and find them one day. But there was a weird footprints on fucking beach going around in a circle, and it may have been one of those things with a stick or something. Somebody did that, or maybe I just thought it keeps getting weirder and weirder when I come to the beach. Unfortunately, I stopped going. I love being by the water. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have to be in it. I just like being near it. Ah, TNA, well, it be here if you need it. I need a bucket. I can get one from. Oh man, I'd like to find out about Dr. Stephen Greer. Is he a homosexual Mossad agent? Never hide who you are, Stephen Greer. You cannot go to Jesus that way. You cannot be a fake. You might be. I don't know what your master Musadian agents are telling you, what your God can accomplish and do for you, but he's a counterfeit. He ain't gonna fucking benefit you any. In fact, he hates you. He'd rather see you go to hell than go to heaven. You know what I mean, Steven? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Maybe we'll come back later. Who knows?